Alrighty then, Victoria.
Alrighty then.
Move into the camera.
Well, are they looking for someone or something?
Sure looks like it. Good morning.
Not this again.
Do the show intro, darling.
Welcome.
That's
Join
right.
us.
Yep.
Go to freeneville.com.
That's right. Victoria's doing that while we're giving him a...
Join us in Manifesting Mastery. Hiya Peter. Hiya Yasmin. I think they're looking for someone over here. The copters are out. Hi Bruce. Hi Heidi. And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com. Right.
All
Hello
right.
Bruce. Hello
Now.
Emmett. Hello Dad.
I'm back.
Hopefully he's gone. Hiya Mike.
That's pretty good.
Hiya Cindy.
Come on over a little more, darling. All right. Now
Hiya
you're in.
Stuart.
Doobie doobie
Lisa.
doo, everyone. Good. The police must have chased them off. That's good.
Oh, sorry, Lysol. Sorry.
Lizzie?
You've still
Lizzie?
got the feather in. Yes.
Absolutely.
Still
We're going
got
to talk
the feather
about,
in.
we've got three things going on today. Victoria, tell them what they are.
3 things. We've got
That's
a reader
right.
email.
We've got a reader email.
We've got a Neville Goddard quote.
Neville Goddard quote.
And we've got Timeless Wisdom of the Ages.
Timeless wisdom of the ages.
With feather
otherwise
in
known as
cap.
experience. And the Australian cork hat.
Hi,
Is that what we call
Julie.
these?
Hi, Louis.
Hey, Lewis, how
Lewis.
are you, buddy?
Cork
All
hat.
right.
It's a bush. What did he say? A swagman hat.
It's a swagman
I think that's
hat.
what Andrew said.
All right, that's good. I like being a swagman.
Swaggy.
All right.
Yep.
So, Anne is here. It's an Aussie hat, absolutely. It's part
It's
of the
very
show.
Aussie, and I remember one of my first trips overseas. I got addicted to Greece, so I started going there.
Right?
And
Yeah,
the
Greece
first,
is the word.
yes, and it's a bit like when you go overseas. Well, for me, I like to experience the country I'm going to.
That's right.
And down walks a man like this.
You feel
and I'm thinking,
just as home.
Jesus, that's an Australian.
That's
And
right.
look at it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's good fun.
I was only about 20 then, but I turned the other way.
So we're going to bring it into today's show, how this hat can help you manifest better. I should have put that as the headline.
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been good? Oh, this hat, I'll do it when I do the thing, right, when we do the refund.
Yes.
So, Naomi, hey.
Yeah,
hi,
Yaz
Sean.
said, reminded you haven't painted these purple for the purple rocks.
Yeah, we will. We'll get around to some batshit crazy. Had some of that
Yes.
this morning to explore and deal with.
Guten Morgen.
Guten.
Guten Abend.
That's right, Australian fishermen. Well, if you talk about fly fishermen, Bob, that's what it's all about.
Fly fisherman.
Fly.
Australian fisherman. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, if you're out there fishing, that'll keep the flies off your face.
Yep, that's the whole idea of the corks, by the way, because when you come to Australia, you get aware of like these things called flies.
Flies.
They're all over the place,
Yes.
and that really helps.
Interesting hat. I know, Tasha.
I tell you, Taisha, I bet you chicks dig it. Watch, let's find out.
No.
Hey, how you doing? Look, it works. It's the magic hat. All right. By the way, I did not intend on the show going that direction, but
Yep.
anyway. All right, so we have a reader question.
Email.
Shall we dive into that? Freedom.com, all that good stuff.
We should.
All right, I think I heard Victoria say that. Joe has joined us. He gets to see
Hiya,
the
Joe.
hat. Buzz. Oh, yeah, look at you, Buzz, the official link guy today.
Oh, Wikipedia on the hat, is
Bill,
it?
Bill Perry, you
Cool
have
cat.
competition. So,
The hell did I tune into? I know.
you know what to expect, Joe. That's right.
Hi, BB.
All right.
Becky, sorry.
So, Victoria, would you like to read the reader bits today?
Yes, I'd love to, if you
All right.
could expand them a bit.
Well, that
Well,
may or
my
may not be possible.
question is,
Look at that.
yes.
Plus,
My question
I think
was,
Timmy Carini told me how to do this.
did he?
Yeah. He's a pretty fart smeller if he tunes in.
Is it common, usual, or a phenomena that as you start understanding that you are God and all in what you imagine pushed out, that life goes haywire, mainly emotionally? So for instance, I feel like a ping pong ball. You hit the nail on the head when you described disorientation and reorientation.
Yep, look at me.
The overall feeling is totally totally freaking excitement. mixed in with hold on tight.
That's right.
Right.
All right, so we'll do the Neville Goddard quote. By the way, Joe, we just had a police helicopter, I believe, overhead just a little bit ago
they
looking
must
for
have been
somebody.
looking for someone. Not you. Maybe it should be.
So, yeah, just a thought, buddy. All right, so our Neville Goddard quote of the day is not that. Fudge. Okay, we're going to talk about formless and faceless. I picked the wrong article. That's all right. So we'll just deal with it. So Neville talks about going formless and faceless. We have a little article. It's called something about the essential shift. And we want you to notice, are you making this essential shift? In other words, during normal waking consciousness, most of us are walking around somewhat identifying with the earth suit or its history or the mask that God wears. Okay, in other words, Mr. 2020 as a loving husband, Mr. 2020 as a loving teacher, Mr. 2020 as a I've got cheese, guys.
Loving
yes, I
puppy
do.
dad.
Yes, we do. Look at that. Bruce, leave that. All right. So, there's what you are. There's the mask you wear. And what's really, really cool with all this, hi Heidi, how are you? So,
Question mark.
so what's really, really cool about this is identifying with the mask isn't bad. It's part of why you're here. You came here to stop. You came here to abandon knowing who you really are, so that you could buy into the masks that you wear. And the only way to buy into the mask that you wear is for her to fully buy into, I'm Victoria, the gardener. I'm Victoria, the problem solver. I'm Mr. 2020, the loving husband. And when I fully buy into it, I fully embody that. I give life to that. When I didn't have the BMW and I decided I'm a BMW owner, within 72 hours or so, boom, car here, right? Perfect car, price I wanted, all that good stuff. But it came from buying into the mask of being a BMW owner. You get it? How we doing, darling?
Yep. Good.
So,
Yes. How do we tie that into today's question of
that's it.
orientation and disorientation?
So if you could imagine being a dog on a little tiny chain, right? That's Emmett right now.
Yes.
If you don't, they'll
'Cause
go,
will
off, they'll
run
go
off.
off into the sunset. So
Yes.
if you could imagine being a dog on a little tiny chain, you've identified with your mask so much. I am a policeman. By the way, when I was a cop, I carried a gun 24 hours a day. I was always on the lookout for bad guys, for infractions of the law. At some point, I loosened up my mask a little bit, and I worked in law enforcement. You get the difference? I'm a cop.
Sorry, I've
Wanna
just
come
got to
back?
rescue that because
Bruce.
had his head in.
So when I was a cop, it was full identity on. When I worked in law enforcement, it was my job. I could put it away for a bit, so I loosened up the mask a little bit, right? As time goes on and you explore this and you discover Victoria.
Thank you.
Hey, while she's coming back, we even move her over so she's part of the show.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Fun. Well, you're more of the show. All right, you're like 48% of the show.
48%.
All right, so
Yes.
as you wake up and discover what you are, where's the mask, you can get a little disoriented. All sorts of things like emotions, sensations, your life really can change with this. And a lot of people resist this because they want to hold on tight to I'm the mask. I'm Mr. 2020. I'm a policeman. I'm whatever. Keep it small and safe. The dog on the little lead can only run in a little circle, but you let him go, and wow, he'll be out having an adventure and having fun, and all of a sudden, how do I get home?
Yeah.
Where is everyone? You get it? So this whole thing of disorientation, reorientation, as you wake up and discover you're what wears the mask, you get to put on a mask. You're what wears a mask, you get to put on a mask. You're what wears the mask, you get to put on a mask. Notice this is like the heart. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Get it? You get to open and contract. You get to expand and contract. What an adventure.
And so we can have loads of masks. We can have, is it like layer upon layer upon layer, or is it
So you're a woman in her 50s who's a problem solver, puzzle solver, gardener, mom, loving mom, lovely and loving wife. So you've got all these different You could say in a way it's one mask. You could also say they're different masks that you put on.
Yeah.
Even when I'm out here helping you in the garden, teacher still shows up because like, oh, I could write about this. This is cool. Or I have an insight that shows up. Or as a business guy, maybe I design a program while we're out here, and it's like, well, we're moving stuff around the garden. I go, oh, here's a good idea. I'll put this into the marketing, and as a teacher, I'll do this because it'll really help them get that. So the different masks, hats, right?
Cool.
Get it? Grace asks, is it the mask or the hat you wear? Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Taisha says, how does that apply to being a mom? How to loosen that mask. You know, isn't it cool? Because, like, some moms really get goof when the kids go to school or grow up. Or
leave home.
Leave home.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Can't leave home. Let's emotionally cripple the kids so they stay here so that I can keep the same mask on. Yeah. Anybody know anyone who's done that? Right? Yeah. It's possible. Really discovering, Joe says that you don't look a day over 19. If she was 19, she'd be mean to me, Joe. Joe, if she was 19, she'd be meaner to me.
Yes, meaner. Yeah.
So, yeah, Bob says he can't look at me because he's distracted by the corks. That's right, Bob.
Yep.
Blame the corks.
He said before he's feeling seasick.
So I'll be wearing this to the dog park today, guys, just for fun and for flies. So it really does. It mucks with the flies.
Yes, they get disorientated.
That's right. That's why we brought it to the show today. So when the disorientation shows up, and it will, don't resist it. Because, you know, I remember, okay, so I was a cop, turned prison card, got hurt, PTSD, so I've got a pretty small identity at this point, right? Okay? Cop, hurt, PTSD, bad guys. My world's pretty well defined. There's me and those people. You get it?
Yeah.
On the other hand, you start discovering that you're what gives life to everything, to all of it. There's the spirit that moves within all things, right? Neville says there's one imagination. Consciousness is the only reality. There's only one Father. Okay, as you wake up to that, it's a little disorienting at times. Allow yourself to enjoy the disorientation. How's that, Victoria? By the way, becoming puppy parents.
Yeah.
So here we are, right? We're a couple. It's us. We live in the house. If you would have told us that more love could have come into this house if we had a puppy, I would have said bullshit. But we still would love to have a puppy. So even though we imagined ourselves as puppy parents, and we would always look at the garden and go, right, like when we get a puppy, is this going to be safe? When we get a puppy, is this going to be... We're thinking from being puppy parents, is this safe for the pup? And then suddenly the puppy shows up.
Yeah.
Okay? First we put on the mask of puppy parents in consciousness. And then the mask solidified in physicality, let's say, as puppy shows up. And then we get to learn things. Like there's this thing called puppy preschool and this other thing called a
puppy
dog
teeth.
Park. And puppy teeth. You learn about puppy teeth, right? Like the little thing just hanging right here.
Remember them?
Yeah, he's hanging here looking up at me like, I love you, Dad. This toy you're giving me is great. Oh yeah, that was you. That was you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as you expand, you get to... Yeah, by the way, since I know everything, okay, I don't need to go to puppy preschool. And since I'm the boss, they'll find out. Okay, you know people that do that. Oh, I don't need to go to puppy preschool. I read a psychology book once.
Yeah, I don't need to socialise my dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I understand what socialization is. Yeah, I
Yes.
am their socialization program. So you get it?
Yeah.
If you're adopting new states, putting on new masks, again, you're what wears the mask, and you're putting on new masks, and you go to identify with that new mask, because that's the thing, right? You identify with that new mask, loving husband, loving puppy dad. You're going to be learning, growing, you know, just going beyond your old limits. So believe me, I'm the guy. If someone walks in the room with a gun or a knife or a stick, I'm the guy you want with you, because I will take it off of them, right? It will become mine very fast. However, I don't have to be that guy anymore, but I'm very good at that. I'm exceptionally good at that. But I walked away from that a long time ago. It's a mask I could put on, but when I choose not to, you get it? But I don't retreat behind that mask. I don't walk into a room and go, all right, that guy's packing heat, that one, the other guy's. Yeah, used to. 1 in 4 people. Yeah, in the U.S., where I used to go.
Yeah,
Cool.
I get from the reader email as well that yes, it can be disorientating, and then to to reorient yourself. But and I think that maybe it's only emotional because there's it's emotionally charged because there's like maybe resistance. Or,
Sure, absolutely.
instead of just going with the flow.
Absolutely. There's so much emotional terrain out there that we have access to, and we access a little tiny slice of it. Cop could only access certain slices of it. Yeah, that, you lived in a safety net. Discovering that I'm what puts on all the masks. Holy crap. All sorts of new emotions, sensations, fun stuff. Ginny Bull has joined.
Hello, Ginny.
All right. Yasmin says, I used to meet those people all the time at the vet clinic.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to raise a dog.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bruce says, very cool example of wearing a mask, isn't it? Cool. So put on lovely masks. Okay, if you're going to fall in love with something to the point where you identify with it and you can get lost in it, Neville says, surrender to the state of your wish fulfilled. I get to surrender to, and beep, beep. Right?
Beep beep. BMW and up.
That's right. And Australian. So come visit us sometime.
We'll show you where to get the hats.
That's right. Well, Yasmin will show us.
Yes,
I don't know
Yasmin
where to
will
get-
show us.
yeah. That's right. Yasmin will bring hats. That'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hi, Ginny. I know the hat you've just tuned in and is probably thinking, oh, what is going on? So
that's right. Jenny,
You'll
the
have to
police
watch the
helicopter
beginning
has
of the
gone
show.
away. You'll hear it in the first part of the show. So getting lost, surrender to the state. Yep.
Oh,
Totally.
thank
By the
you.
way, that's a really good point because you really get to get lost in what you've chosen. I'm really found as a victim. My elbows hurt. I have PTSD. And, I mean, I've got all these labels and diagnoses. Right? They define who I am.
Yeah.
Right? Keeps it simple. Amy says, glad you're. Hi, Amy. Amy says, glad you're not in harm's way anymore. It was just sad to learn what you went through. Amy's a dear friend of mine.
Oh,
Thanks. That's for you. Remember my old apartment at the YMCA? So,
camp up.
you'll get it. All right. I hope. Anyway. So, visit
Yeah.
us at freeneville.com.
Yeah, while you're there, join us in Manifesting Mastery.
It's lots of fun. It gets
Yeah.
things done.
Get things done.
And for refunds,
Go to
go to
Feel It Real Fun.
.com. Heidi said, this is good, then tells you what you're getting that you're getting it. Yes. Yasmin says, don't be sad, Amy. It made 20 who he is today. Yeah, boy, I was a little mucked up, though, for a while. It was a dark place, people.
Yeah.
But happy to be here now. Taisha says it can work both ways, and if you're unaware of who you are, you can get lost in unlovely states all the time. All the time. That's why we imagine lovingly for seeming others. Why not? Love them, So, Nicole says, how do you get lost in a state when you get constant reminders that you are not there yet? I don't get... Okay, let's grab that real quick. Consciousness is the only reality. Okay? Through senses, I can only get so many impressions a day that I'm not an Australian. Right? So over the past 5-6 years, I got so many impressions a day or so many impressions a month that I wasn't an Australian. By the way, they weren't all that often. Like I might get something like a tax return or something like that to file, and I'd be a permanent resident, I'd know that. Or Victoria get a voting notice, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I knew that. Every
Things
day,
like
my
that.
elbows hurt because of my injuries back in 1989. A lot of reminders.
Yeah.
But out of the 20 or 30 times a day I might notice my elbows hurting, there were thousands and millions of instances of noticing something else. Noticing from health changes things. Noticing you can notice your bank statement, or you can notice what do you imagine differently about it. You're only going to look at your bank statement so often.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the world of the senses. If you're imagining your bank statement, that just means you're letting the senses dictate what you imagine. On the other hand, if you start imagining what I imagined was being a business guy, making a difference in the world, taking my story and helping people. And so what I started doing with that, since I imagined helping heaps and heaps and heaps of people, I learned how to do websites, I learned how to make recordings, learned how to get on Facebook, and here we go. Get it? So literally I got absorbed by the state of someone who actually makes a massive difference in the world instead of someone who's in massive pain. Even though I still had pain. But the pain might show up 10, 20 times a day.
Yeah.
Flashback a couple times a week, a couple times a night. But between all that, okay, millions of instances of what I'm imagining is true for my life. Get it? Cool. I really appreciate you asking that. All right. Julie says, just looked at your video in the hat. I've been cleaning.
Yep.
Now you got to rewatch it and get it all in context, Julie.
Tasha
says, awesome explanation. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. FreeNeville.com, Manifesting Mastery, PhilipWilfram.com, all that good stuff. All right. Love you guys. Heading to the dog park.
Dog park.
Look at Victoria's dress.
See ya.
Love you guys. FreeNeville.com.
Yeah. Whoops.